How you doing, folks? I want to talk a little bit today and try to finish up on the stuff for beginners. The little series I've been doing on for beginners kind of helps a little bit of everybody, really, not just beginners, but it kind of goes back over some of the things that we may have learned and forgot about. You know, being in it a little while. I've only been in it 4 years, almost five, for shooting a traditional bow, and but I'm kind of go over, most people, they're looking for like one video that's going to make them accurate. There is not a video out there that's going to make you accurate. I mean, it don't matter. Like the video I've got that got pretty popular is how to get pinpoint accuracy with a recurve longbow. And a lot of that, and this is the main secret to it, is working on your form. If your form is not repeatable, if you're not doing everything the same and consistently, then you're not going to get consistent results, even shooting at smaller targets. And I've had some people, message me about, well, I did all that you said in the video, but I mean, again, if you're used to shooting 5-inch circles or cantaloupe size circles and you're shrinking them down to, 1 inch to a ½ inch, just something you can see. I mean, your margin of error is going to start out whatever size you came from. So with that, it takes more working on your form. That's what all I've been doing here the past while since I've come off a nerve. I had some nerve problems all like the end part of last year. It caused me to have to hunt with a crossbow, stuff like that. I couldn't even hardly shoot my regular traditional bow because it hurt so bad. I even missed days from work, and I finally got it all straightened out, and Lord blessed a steroid shot in my, I've had like 3 needles in my neck, and it cleared it up in a few days. So now all I work on is form. I'm trying to get my shot repeatable, the way I anchor, the way that I'm doing everything the same. If you don't work on your form, you're not going to be able to achieve the accuracy that you need. If you're not consistent on your follow through and your bow arm's moving all over the place, which is something I have to work on. My bow arm does move, and it causes me to miss left, right, up, or down. In a lot of cases, finger pressure on the bow. If you put too much finger pressure one way, it's going to shoot it off right or left. So working on your form and getting everything repeatable and consistent, and you being still when you shoot. I even watched videos, with Rick Welch. Rick Welch is a very well-known instinctive shooter and accomplished bow hunter, and accomplished in the IBO. He's an IBO world champion. I don't know how many times, but some of the things he does is keeps it simple. I mean, the simpler you keep it, the easier it's going to be for you to remember it and to get to being accurate. So if you only have one anchor point, which is fine, but if you have two, it's better. And the reason is 2 anchor points is going to help you keep your head steady, keeping your head at the same plane that you're used to shooting, where you found consistency. So adding that second anchor point or third, I mean, I even, you can add a third anchor point by using the feather on your arrow, which I do that. I bring it back enough. You got to kind of piddle with it, but I've got it back enough to where when I draw back, I get back to full draw, that feather is touching my nose, and I want to keep it there and keep my back tension and shoot. That's another thing. If you're trying to draw with your arms instead of your back, you're not going to be as consistent. You might get by with it in short range, short shots, say 15 and in. But as far as your longer range, when you want to get it past out to about 20, 25, out to 30, I mean, you're just not going to have enough to hit your mark. Learn how to use back tension, and the best way I've learned it was, is to come back and come straight up. Basically you're expanding, and you're engaging those back muscles. A rotational draw, which means that the way you start, your elbow starts outward from you and just draw to your face, and that gets it there. Then when you start to, straighten up and expand, your shoulder blade should just kind of roll down, so which is actually really got it all fully engaged. So when you just hold that pressure, and you just start to release, it will just slip out of your hand. You got more of a power stroke on what you're doing, and it'll give you the distance. You just have to, learn the elevation part of it, as you go along. So that's what I've had to, make sure I was doing, make sure I wasn't doing anything to re-injure myself. So it's easy to do if you don't do it properly. Another thing on arrows, tuning, knowing how to tune your arrows, tune your bow that'll fit you as a shooter. I bear shaft a lot. I try to get the best possible bear shaft I can, but a lot of times it's not perfect all the time. So that's why I shoot a fletched arrow with a bear shaft. So I want to see where my fletched arrow's impacting along with my bear shaft. My bear shaft's not going to be perfect because I don't shoot perfectly every time. So it may kick to the left, it may kick to the right. As long as it stays in a straight, in a plane, and getting basically grouping close to my fletch shaft as possible. And that's about what I look for. I mean, you can play, there's a lot of things you can do as far as in tuning. You can play around tip weight, arrow diameter can help you left and right. So I know a smaller diameter, if you're cut to center, it'll bring you more to center shot, less air, easier to tune. With the bobbly, I've had, I knew as I was shooting low, I had to shoot 3 under for this bow because I can't shoot it no other way. But I knew I was shooting a lot low, so I ended up getting a thicker pad, and I was actually flying to the right, so I got a thicker leather pad with some double-sided tape I made my own, and got it up to where everything's flying to where I'm looking. So there's a number of ways you can do things, but if you want to be accurate, work on that form. Make sure it's consistent and repeatable. If it's not consistent and repeatable, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for, and then be able to get, really get your accuracy pinpointed down. Because my eyesight's bad. It's not that great, so my accuracy is only going to be, so good. That's just the facts of life. It's just, we all got different abilities. Some people's got better eyesight than others. I imagine y'all have a lot better eyesight than I do. I'm only going to be so accurate. So my problem is I expect way too much out of myself when I shoot, and that causes a lot of issues, causes me to miss tune, causes me to go overboard on my tune, and I'll end up being stiff. But the thing is, everybody's got different abilities, so it's getting everything to your best of your ability that it'll help you be the most accurate. That's according to your ability. Not everybody's going to be a world champion, shooter, or all I'm trying to do is just be able to kill deer on a consistent basis, or whatever I'm hunting, and that's hard enough as is. But other than that, I would work on, if you want to be accurate, work on your form, get that consistent, and then you'll be able to, to tune consistently, and it'll make your tuning process a lot faster. So, when you're starting out, I would just work on form for a while. I wouldn't even try to shoot too much at targets at different distances until I got if I had to do it all over again, I would start with my form and stay at 5 yards, 10, maybe 10 yards or something like that, but 5 yards, just to get myself acclimated to where my shot is repeatable every time. I don't care if it hits right or left. As long as it's repeatable, then I can learn about and go on into tuning and adjust that arrow or whatever I need to do to make that arrow fly to where I'm looking. So I hope this helps. If you're a beginner, just work on your form. I mean, it's going to be boring. It's going to be this, but I wouldn't spend, you know, hours on end working on it, but I would just, you know, 20, 30 minutes a day until you feel like you get it down pat, because it takes X amount of shots to get that programmed in your mind, and you don't want to really retract bad habits. That's why I'm having to fight bad habits, and those bad habits are costing me, and I'm gonna have to kind of slow down. It's taking a little bit longer. If you start out right, you won't have to worry about no bad habits, and you'll be able to kind of breeze on through. It'll make the process a lot faster, believe it or not. And, you know, it'll make it a whole lot faster, a whole lot easier to tune. So work on your form. If you want to be accurate, well, I'd work on that form. That is the whole key to any video that says, if you do this, you're going to be accurate. If you ain't got no form, it don't matter what you do. You're just not going to be accurate. Work on your form. I mean, I can't stress this enough. And you know, you get some people. I knew a guy. He said, if I could make a lucky shot, you know, then I can he's kind of want to boast himself on somebody that works on their form to make their shots very consistent. And it's nothing against the guy. He just didn't really, you know, see a need for it, but you know, the consistency level of somebody that has those type thoughts and is going to be a lot lower than somebody that actually works on their form and does everything consistently every time. The same way every time is what you need to get to. And once you can do it the same way every time, your consistency, your accuracy is going to pick up. So I hope this helps, and remember, work on your form. I can't stress it enough. Form, work on doing the same thing every time. And that is the key to the accuracy, is doing the same thing every time. All right, I hope y'all have a great day, and God bless.